Yep.
All right, let's go.
Oh, hold on, we're waiting until.
Go ahead, guys.
Can you give us just a rundown of the guys who were missing from practice today? Armstead, Gibbons.
Thank you. Yeah, Ayuk still with his hamstring. Armstead was just a maintenance day. Travis is still in the concussion protocol. Kevin Gibbons had just tight groin. It's been a little tight, so we just kept him out for maintenance. Dre Greenlaw, the same thing. Dante Johnson, same thing as last week, his abductor. Just giving him, he should be good next week. And that's it.
You expect all those guys back next week, including Nike?
Yeah, we do expect him back. I mean, can't guarantee it, but that's the expectation.
And what was Trey able to do today, Trey Lance?
Mainly listen. I mean, he can do everything physically, but we're not going to put him in there taking snaps or doing handoffs or anything that would have someone hit his finger. So he couldn't do anything with anyone out there, but he's on the side doing footwork stuff, things like that, but nothing with the ball or with other people yet.
Are you enough to ease Jalen Hurd in, or is the plan, are you hoping for him to be full go week one this year?
I'm hoping for him to be full go. I thought last week he got his most reps in practice. He definitely got his most reps in that game too, which probably was about the peak of. I think he ended up getting like 27 reps, which would have been his most practice too. So having 3 days of that was good. We limited him today. He didn't do as much today. Hopefully we can get more with him tomorrow and have 3 big practices next week that hopefully shows he's one of the 5 guys you get up.
All those guys are over 200 pounds, some of them are well over 200 pounds. Do you like the capabilities that you have with a big group like that?
Yeah, I mean, you try to put the best 6 together that you can, and by no means do I ever say, hey, we need 6 guys who are all over this weight or 6 guys who are this or that. You just try to get the best 6 possible. It's probably one of the bigger groups that I have ever had, just as far as everyone being that size and stuff, and there are some advantages to that.
Is the expectation that Lance's finger will be fully recovered next week, or is that something that could linger?
I mean, anytime you got a small chip, it could linger. I hope it doesn't. I'm hoping he's back there next Monday. That's the goal. He seems positive about it, and we got to be smart with it too. Sometimes when it's a real little thing like that, it's hard to believe it's still hurt, but we got to make sure that he doesn't go out there and have a setback right away on it too.
Does it change? Are you prepared for Detroit, or is it too early to start kind of game planning with the uncertainty of his?
Yeah, it's too early. I mean, I haven't done anything with our players yet. We'll probably put in some things on Monday just to give them a head start. But in the past, we've done some things on Monday that we end up scrapping by Wednesday. It gets real on Wednesday for the game plan and stuff because you always feel you need 3 days to teach it, to rep it and stuff. So it won't get that real till then.
Are you soon enough from Jaquaski to feel comfortable starting him, or where do you think things stand with that?
Yeah, I mean, just the way he practiced last week, we were comfortable enough to put him out there and test him, and he was up for the challenge, and we had to pull him out. He wasn't trying to go out or anything. So for him to be able to only have a few days of practice in, get about 30 plays in that game to make it out healthy, and then he practiced full today too. So hopefully he'll get the same thing tomorrow. I think Tart's definitely good enough and shown that to be our starter. But if he can make it through next week healthy and stuff, that's what it looks like he's on track for.
How come we wanted to change his number to a single digit like all the other guys in the second?
They got something going on there. They don't really involve me on it. But yeah, they're 1, 2, 3, and 4 right now. So I know they like it, and as long as they like it and it makes them play better, I'm a fan of it.
Is Brendel strictly a center, or can he help you at guard on game day?
He can help us at guard on game day too. That was something that we know his area of expertise is center. Feel very good about him there. But just trying him out through camp and stuff and what we've done with him in the preseason, he showed he could help at guard too, and that's why it was important to be one of our 9 that we kept.
As far as Michael, you guys guaranteed him a decent amount of money. He seemed to have high hopes just based on that. Maybe he could have sort of a Levine Toilolo role as like a blocker.
Yeah.
Was that part of this? Was part of the decision what you've seen from Charlie Warner, or what sort of went on in that decision?
No, it was more just the issues at other positions. Michael, we really wanted him to be a part of this. I would love to keep 4 tight ends, especially when you have 4 NFL tight ends. And Michael's definitely that. That's why we brought him here and gave him that. He got off to a rough start, put him behind the 8 ball, hurt in his calf, I think the first day of camp. So he was just a little bit behind, but he's done enough in this league that we really wanted to keep him. But if we would have kept 4, it would have cost us somewhere else at another position. So we had to go with 3.
Why not have a punt returner on the team right now, a true punt returner?
I mean, your punt returner, when you mean just a punt returner?
Well, a guy who has experience and has done it at this level in the past.
Because we didn't feel that we had one who could beat out our receivers. You got to cut a receiver to do that. So usually you want one of your receivers or corners to do it. That's kind of how it's been everywhere I've ever been. You need one of those guys to make it. If a guy's on there just for return status, it ends up costing your team. And I do think we have other guys on our team who can do it.
So is your punt returner right now on your 53-man?
I believe so. Yeah.
Who's that going to be?
You'll see.
Same time you announce the quarterback?
I don't need to announce the quarterback. I don't think I need to announce the starting punt returner either, but I bet you guys can figure it out.
Take 3 more, guys.
What went into the decision to carry Compton instead of McKivitz?
Just the way he was in camp. It was a tough competition, all those guys. I mean, and Brindle was in that also. But Compton, thought he finished strong with us last year, started off slow, but he came in definitely as good as we've seen him at the beginning of camp, and he did it all the way to the end. So it was tough competition, but he ended up just winning that job and being one of our 9, and feel very fortunate that we still got McKivitz too, though.
I asked you a few weeks ago if Jalen Moore was going to work in that right guard. Is the plan, is he going to be in that mix, or is he going to stick at tackle for him?
Sticking at tackle now, but we mix and match everyone. We only have so many people out here. So between him doing that with our carded periods for our offense, or whether he's doing it on scout team on the defense, there's not many guys except for those 5 guys who are out there as the true 5 starters that aren't mixing and matching at all those backup spots.
There must be levels of concern every year when you're through your final roster, but where are you as far as this entire roster, and since it's been here or over your career, how confident are you in the 1 through 53?
I feel this is the 3rd year in a row that I feel like we have a chance in every game that we're in, and that's kind of all you ask for from your talent standpoint, from what the situation your organization gives you. I don't feel like everyone year in and year out always does have a chance, and to be there 3 years in a row, just from what we've done in the off season to how it is right now going through camp, I feel real good about it.
Raheem has never had a full year just because he became kind of started in 2019, injuries last year. He gave his last 16 games. It will be a crazy season. I don't think people view him as like, running back just because he hasn't done it enough. Maybe. But what do you think the possibilities are for him if he plays 16, 17?
That he'll be viewed that way, because when he goes, he is. And Raheem gets better and better too, and just where his mindset is, how well he's taken care of his body before he got here, how good he's been throughout training camp. Raheem can't control whether he gets hurt or not, but he can control what he does, and he's prepared himself so hard for these situations. And that's if he stays healthy, then everyone will know that. And if not, hopefully he gets the credit for what he does when he's out there, because he's been a big deal for us.
All right. Appreciate it, guys.
All right, thanks, guys.
Yeah, coming off an injury, it felt amazing to be out there and to play on special teams and get to carry the ball.
You mentioned previously that you didn't play special teams in college. How do you think you did in that one aspect of it?
I felt I did pretty good. Like I said, I still got a lot to learn and stuff, but I'm ready to just take that role and just run with it.
Do you enjoy the kickoffs, returning kickoffs?
Oh yeah, most definitely. I enjoy it.
Those are one of the best special teams players in the league before he became a starting running back. Have you talked to him at all about that?
Yeah, he played gunner and really he played everything really. But yeah, I got a couple ideas from him and stuff. So he's been helping me out. So it's been real good.
Was yesterday stressful at all for you with roster cuts?
Yeah, it was very stressful. But I'm just happy for the opportunity, and like I said, I'm just taking it and run with it.
Did they give you any indication ahead of time that you had shown enough early in camp and then obviously in the last game?
No. It was very, very nerve-wracking for me. Abductor? Abductor.
What have you learned about an abductor?
I gotta just take care of it really. Don't let it get to that point where it gets tight and everything. So, but now I know and just gotta keep progressing and moving forward with it.
All right, guys. You don't like that number 49?
That was just it's not the number that I wanted, but whatever number, if I had to get it, I would have took it. Don't matter. But I got 25 now.
Is it too high for you? Do you picture yourself as faster in a smaller number?
No, not really. I didn't look at it like that. It's just some of my the running back room. That was like, man, you got to change the number. So I was like, all right, that sounds good. So.
You've been here a while. How do you see yourself fitting into this offense? How do you think that you can help this offense?
Really, like I said, I'm gonna be on special teams. So start by taking that serious and being a game changer for the team, and really just doing anything, and even playing running back, going out there making plays, and when my name's called, just run with it.
Now, as your route running, how have you improved as a third down back, guy catching passes out of the backfield?
I improved a lot, but like I say, my coach T, he's still teaching us, and I still have a lot to learn.
All right, guys. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
How we doing, guys?
Now that training camp is over and the real games begin, how do you feel like you've set yourself up for the regular season?
I mean, honestly, I just been taking it day by day. Not trying to look too far ahead and not, dwelling on good or bad. Like I said, just looking, just literally just stacking good days on top of good days, and I feel like I've, done a pretty good job of that. And just taking that same mindset that I've been taking, from OTAs, through training camp, all the way to the regular season. So excited to see, what week 1 through 17 brings. And like I said, just taking it week by week and just day by day. So.
How do you keep that momentum, or how do you stay on schedule when you have 2 days off, 2 days on, and then 3 days off, beginning Friday? How do you kind of stay in that rhythm and stay on the schedule? Yeah,
I think for me it's just all mental, honestly. Just never getting out of it mentally. Obviously we're going to be out of it physically, but I think for me, just making sure that I'm keeping my mind sharp, and just focusing on the things that I want to see happening for myself this season, where I want to be at the end of the season, how I can help, contribute to this team, and those 3 days off, being able to watch Detroit, trying to get a jump ahead on those guys, and just trying to stay above the ball. And so I think for me, like I said, just being able to, just get ahead a little bit, being able to watch film and break down the defense, break down the DBs and all those things. So.
Where do you want to be by the end of the season?
I mean, I think for me, man, like I said, I want to be a guy that, can be a big contributor, on offense. And, like I said before, however I can help this team out, whatever my role is, throughout the season. It may be on it may be on special teams. Like I said, I'm just trying to literally just take it one day at a time. But I mean, just to answer your question, I want to be a guy that can contribute, heavily, for this team on offense. So.
With all the reps you've gotten throughout training camp and the preseason at receiver, where do you think your game has improved the most?
I would say, honestly, with the offense, I would say just learning it and just understanding the verbiage of the offense, knowing where to be, in the right spot, getting reps with Jimmy and Trey, working with, 2 different quarterbacks, both of them like certain different things, and just being able just to adapt to both of those, right? And I think for me, like I said, just being able to learn the offense, the verbiage of the offense, and just being able to work with both guys, because like I said, they like certain looks. And so for me, I think it's just being able to make sure that I'm in those right spots, in those right areas for those guys. So
what aspects of the offense has sort of allowed you to springboard yourself into somebody who came in maybe initially as a special teams guy to somebody who could play a lot of receiver? Yeah, I mean, honestly, I think for me, learning all the positions for me really helped me out. And just being prepared. I think in anything that you do, the thing that you can control is just being prepared. And so, I came into this team just telling myself the thing that I'm going to do is be prepared, and just going to let the chips fall where they may.
And Coach Shanahan, he's a genius, and him being able to put and plug different guys in different situations to make plays, going to the hot hand and those type of things, and it's just a different feeling. When you step out there on game day, you step out there on practice, and you have a guy like Coach Shanahan, calling the plays. You're confident not only in yourself, but you're also confident in the play call too. So.
A lot of people would say you're one of the big surprises of camp, at least just because we haven't seen you before. Did you surprise yourself, or has it always been just a matter of kind of getting the opportunity, or maybe a combination of both?
Yeah, no, I've always knew that I could play. I've always knew that I could play. I think for me it was just about just getting that opportunity, just somebody being able to see that I can play, somebody recognizing my value. And I think for me, I just kept my head down. Even when I was in Arizona and I was kind of just hidden, beneath a lot of good talent. I just made sure that I just kept my head down. I knew that my time would come, and again, like I said, I'm going to continue to keep my head down. And I'm not saying that my time has come yet. I don't know if that time has come, but for me, I think it's just about keeping my head down and just literally just chopping wood every single day, every single chance that I get to play ball. I'm grateful for it, and so just going out there, just putting my best foot forward every chance I get.
Trent, I assume you knew a little bit about Fred Warner.
Yeah.
Before you got here.
Absolutely.
What struck you about him now that you're his teammate?
Oh, Fred is a hard worker, man. Me and Fred have developed a really, really good relationship. His fiance and my wife, they're really good friends, and we literally just went out to dinner together after our last preseason game. And the thing about Fred is, man, he's a very, very hard worker. He's very passionate about the game, and he's somebody that when I see him, I see me, and he's always staying after practice, always a guy, vocal leader, and always somebody that's backing up what they're saying. And so he's a guy that you can easily get behind, as a captain, as a leader, and somebody that I've just grown to have tremendous respect for.
You got a nice contract. Did he pay for dinner?
I wish he would have, but we ended up splitting the bill. But next time I'm gonna keep that in mind for sure. Absolutely.
When you were in Arizona, what were your takeaways from playing with Larry Fitzgerald and maybe Hopkins?
Yeah, I'll start with Larry. When I first got there, I always tell this story. Nobody was wanting to sit by. All the rookies. We all went in and everybody sat down, and Larry sat in the back of the left room, and nobody sat down next to him. And I literally jumped in the seat because I was like, man, I want to learn from this guy as much as I can. And but I mean, literally not just only on the field, but off the field, I would say I've learned the most from him. Just being able how to conduct yourself, in interviews, and being able to, just treat people certain ways, and just little nuggets that I've learned from him has really, really not only transformed my game as a player, but also just as a person. And so, Larry is as advertised. He's a really, really good guy. Just the day in and day out work that he showed. He didn't have to tell me anything as far as on the field goes. I just watched him. I trained with him for a whole entire summer. And like I said, he didn't have to say anything. His actions and the way that he went about his work spoke volumes to me. And you literally be a fool not to take anything and learn from literally one of the greatest receivers of all time, and also too DeAndre Hopkins, man. I mean, watching that guy, watching him play and watching him work it was tremendous as well too. And I say it all the time that I was grateful. I was literally generous and grateful enough to be able to have Larry as a rookie, as a young guy coming up in this league. A lot of guys don't have that, and so I definitely had the advantage there. So.
Thank you guys.
All right, thank you guys.